In your book, Life Makeover, you share personal stories about how you had to fight fear with faith.
Yes.
I also lean into faith when life gets challenging. I just think, you know what, all I can do is pray about it. Can you give us, can you talk to us a little bit about about fear? Because I feel like fear has such a grip on us now. Everything that you see coming through the media, every conversations, everything is just around fear, whether it's COVID, whether it's, fear of inflation, scarcity, what will happen with food shortages. It just seems to be coming at us at a rapid pace.
Yes, I sort of define, fear into categories. I mean, there's real fear, the kind of fear of, a bear is chasing you in the woods and your instinct kicks in for survival. And then there's imagined fear. It's the what ifs. And I think what has happened, and in a way, a part of the reason why I got out of the media, and a big part of the reason why I don't consume the media, is that I don't want to buy into that notion of being afraid. Fear generates money in response. And so if you pull yourself away from that model, then you're not buying into what it is that you're being driven to do. And so I find that there is far less fear in my life. And it doesn't mean to live in a rabbit hole and not to be aware of certain things. You can be aware, but I think sometimes it's too much. And what can you do to change, what's happening in the political structure or in the world? You can't do anything to change that, but you can change how you perceive it. You can change how you internalize it. And so I just choose not to internalize it. I choose to tune it out and to live my life with what it is that I can control. And, that is a very challenging thing, especially going through COVID. I mean, for me as a newscaster, it's all I was talking about day in and day out. But if you don't tune in the news for a week, then you don't know about, the spikes or this or hospitalization rates or that. Is it going to alter your life in any way by knowing every little minuscule detail? No. But what it's going to do is it's going to guard your heart and protect your mind. And so I think that's the most important thing that we can do for ourselves. So when I look at fear, I first of all look at what am I taking in? And if I'm taking in information and things that create that fear response, then it's up to me to stop taking all of that in. Stop allowing imagined fear to dominate my life. And then what areas can I control? For instance, I talk about fear in terms of making a change, that sort of leap off the high dive when you may have an opportunity or something may present itself and you're scared and you're doubting yourself and you're questioning, can I do it? Am I capable? Am I able? Am I going to fail? That's the kind of fear that I believe we need to conquer and we need to overcome. And you have to take that leap off the high dive if something is speaking to you and calling you, because my feeling is, what's the worst thing that can happen? You can jump and it doesn't work out and you fail, and there's a life lesson in that. But at least you can say you jumped, you tried, you experienced it, and you learned. The worst feeling for me is sitting back and not acting on it. And then all you have is a constant replay of what if, what if, what if. So I think certain fears have to be attacked and seen and dealt with head on. And then the other type of fears, like you were talking about, Sophia, sort of what's going on, the world around us and all of that, limit the intake so that it's not all consuming.
That's really, really good advice.